Starting off this best of 7, ZHU Yuling with the serve. Love all. Wow, right off the bounce, the power just running ZHU Yuling around the table. That's ZHU Yuling's job. You don't ZHU Yuling on the first point of the match. ZHU Yuling tends to be a little bit more passive in the play, a little bit more compact in general at first. But then when she earns the ball, she can smoothly take it. That third ball attack. Barely any sound on the contact. Not that high-pitched crack of a flat hit that you hear. Just rolling the ball, spinning it on the drive. Long serve, but the inside-out follow-up attack doesn't come back. Very confident play from Xingtong with the first ball. Here's one. Look at the second one. See that ball bend away? It's like Wang Liqin. I love what ZHU Yuling and Chen Meng are doing to the sport. Just elevating the game. There's that cracking sound, the flat hit from the backhand side. A little bit more flat anyway. Quite rare to see a completely flat shot from a Chinese player. The importance of keeping the top spin on the ball. Clever idea, one down the line, one the other way. I have a funny feeling we're gonna get a lot of highlight points out of this match right here. The hand is forever in that claw mode.
Lat, 3-2.
It's probably the best let call I've heard. Middle to middle, looking for that wide angle. ZHU Yuling says, nah, I didn't like that. Didn't like my choice there for the placement. Have to move a little bit when I'm going to take the forehand from the middle. So I wonder if that means that Xingtong is not superstitious. I heard recently from Minnie Su that in Chinese culture, the eyebrows showing is good luck, brings you strength. Eyebrows a bit blocked there by the fringe, by the bangs. So explosive. The opening attack for Xingtong was a hesitation move too. It was a double pump because she thought she might have to play it short. Spinning shot to the middle. ZHU Yuling not making a move there. Looked like a little bit of regret, the body language. So much spin, Xingtong. What is the future of table tennis? What are we gonna see?
4-5.
I feel like I've been watching for a long time and I'm just so constantly impressed that it keeps reinventing itself, healing stronger, improving the trajectory of the sport. So exciting to watch. Beautiful shot, hooking away, turning the corner, Xingtong. 2-point lead over ZHU Yuling. Has to be right on the line. It's tough to get it past ZHU Yuling. Backhand to backhand rally, a little bit of extra spin there from ZHU Yuling. Ball jumps up, edge of the racket for Xingtong. Xingtong serves, drifts a little bit long there. The serve, that is, just one. But no problem, she stays in the rally confidently with the opening spin from ZHU Yuling. Second towel break of the game, and Xingtong still in the lead by 2. Every time I see a close-up of that face, I just remember her video bombing the Chinese embassy in Sweden, making funny faces during the karaoke. She's got that sense of humor, a little bit crazy, and that can come out on the table as well. Oh, buries the ball with ZHU Yuling so far from the table, fishing it back on, trying to come back in and seize her space at the table. Chen Xingtong one backhand, and watch this. Still on the uprise. No chance for Chen Xingtong to lose this point after hitting that shot. Oh, a sneaky ball.
8-6.
Barely turns the shoulders. ZHU Yuling with the slap in near the body. This is clever. Quite rare to see, too. Very short. Keeps her balance well. 2 spectacular points in a row.
Eight, 7.
It's hard to believe that this is just game 1 in a best of 7. It feels so intense, the back and forth, the struggle to see who will continue in this tournament. It could be either player. And I don't say that in a anything's possible sense. I mean, really, it's just a toss-up. It's too tough to tell. Recovery shot, ZHU Yuling with a touch ball from down low after that wide angle. That's the I'm not super satisfied face from Chen Xingtong. That's the one, letting the racket drop, taking the spin off the ball, sort of guiding it back up to the corner of the table. Surprise, surprise, you think it's coming to the backhand corner? Ooh, hope ZHU Yuling's okay here. She was sent for quite a run. Look at this long push, last moment, fast as can be, mostly side spin. Seems to be okay. No medical timeout needed. ZHU Yuling was there for Chen Meng when Chen Meng fell to injury. Chen Xingtong now. 2 game points in the first. Reverse pendulum serve, but 1 game point saved. So Gu Yuting, Chen Xingtong, Du Hoi Kem, some of the reverse pendulum servers in the women's game. I know Matilda Ekholm's on that list as well. Long serve, and it's Chen Xingtong who takes game 1 by 2 points, 11-9. We'll be back for game number 2, women's singles last semifinal. Game number 2 coming right up. Back for game number 2. Last time they played Xingtong. Xingtong won 4 games to 1 over ZHU Yuling. Again, that was the last stop on the World Tour, which is such an exciting tour to be a part of. You get to see the
Chen
entire world, players from all over it, playing in different environments. And again, so much happening within the sport. China is still on top of the game. The last 4 semifinalists, last 4 players, all Chinese women. Look at that, inside out from the middle. That forehand surprises ZHU Yuling. Good timing from Xingtong to play the corner. A little softer from the middle, that's when you get it. Get a softer shot, take advantage.
One all.
Even though the shot misses, this just demonstrates the racket speed. You've got a hand up there for that push just in case, realizing the ball is coming long, and then the racket head drops once again. She still generates a lot of spin on that shot, even with the hesitation. Kick serve, second bounce from ZHU Yuling. Steps her into the lead here in game 2. Beautiful shot right down the line, a cracking parallel forehand from ZHU Yuling. Again, the spin shot, not a bad shot, but not right at the baseline, not deep to the corner, just a little bit in between. That's enough for ZHU Yuling to take advantage. So fast off the bounce. And we haven't seen as much of that so far in this match. It's still quite early in the match. People often ask me what my favorite matches are, the best that I've seen live. ZHU Yuling versus Liu Shiwen is way up there. Definitely one for recent history. The rhythm. They're setting up a beat here. Xingtong on top of the bounce, and ZHU Yuling just playing it back, keeping it in play with some topspin deep on the table. From behind, she's not going to win so many points this way, but so far this game, who would possibly question ZHU Yuling's tactics? She's up 5-1 at the first towel break of the game.
Six-one.
Continuing the streak, what a turnaround here. This is something we've seen from ZHU Yuling, that she's very comfortable in terms of changing the pace of play, varying the spins. In near the table and behind, she has such good feeling.
Two-six.
Interesting move after missing that, but just to demonstrate the feeling, she plays a very soft flip after a soft receive. So calm against someone who can hit the ball so hard. This takes confidence. It's confidence that we saw today in Harimoto that I don't know if I've seen so much before. An incredible match today, Dima and Tomokazu. Bit of a comeback here. 2 in a row for Xingtong. Little bit goes a long ways in the 11-point game. Again, it creates a sense of urgency that makes it more exciting to watch. Forces the players to really, they can't get too relaxed.
3-7.
Parallel shot paying off.
7-3.
There's the soft, unbroken wrist backhand and the down the line forehand to follow. Xingtong hoping to play the ball back the other way. Jeez.
8-3.
Now from that angle, it's tough to tell how high the ball is sitting, but you can sort of infer from the speed of that shot, from the confidence that ZHU Yuling hit it with, that it sat up a little bit higher than Xingtong can afford.
Three-9.
So this is quite a change here, change of momentum. Game 1, ZHU Yuling loses by 2 points. Now she's up 6, second towel break. Neither player goes to the towel. Clever idea. Soft first, hard to follow. There's that spinny side spin backhand in the rip. I'm just shaking my head with disbelief. ZHU Yuling with such a short backhand stroke generates so much speed. 6 game points to dominate game 2. Not yet one save, Chen Xingtong. Whole lot of topspin on that forehand, the full stroke from Chen Xingtong. And Chen Xingtong, 20 years old. Think about the physicality in her game.
6-10.
Very close in the counter, but Chen Xingtong holding strong here. ZHU Yuling deep in thought. Tough one, spinny and deep on the table. ZHU Yuling loads it up, 11-6. So it's tied up at 1 game apiece. We'll see who takes the lead. Game number 3 coming up right after this. Back for game number 3, tied up at 1 game apiece. ZHU Yuling, world number 1, versus Chen Xingtong, world number 10. Again, world rankings, not simply an indicator of skill level, but also performance, and especially performance on the world tour. So participation is quite a factor. Nice use of inside-out spin there. The brushing receive from Chen Xingtong. The receive game will be instrumental. As you can see here, nice shot from the middle, bending it out wide. Not an easy ball to play. ZHU Yuling, though, again, a master of creating angles. Chen Xingtong, a bit more powerful between the two. A bit longer strokes, I would say, anyway. Although I guess that's true of most players versus ZHU Yuling. Here, ZHU Yuling getting some fuller backhand strokes in. Bit in control. The placement is crucial, otherwise Chen Xingtong will counter those. Counter them quite aggressively. Soft spinny shot.
4-1.
Chen Xingtong missing on the counter there. Chinese fan club over there. I love that shot. It's so stylish, the backhand, the way she just tips the racket down but sort of lifts at the wrist. Looks like a stiff wrist, but lifts it slowly for spin variation.
Two, 4.
So to the towel box after to the hair. 4-2, ZHU Yuling leads. Again, just to clarify on that spin variation with the backhand. That lack of wrist used, the stiffer wrist, gives it less spin. So that's why Chen Xingtong's shot comes into the top of the net to follow. Ball doesn't bounce up off the rubber as quickly.
Two, 5.
Clever idea, but the fast feet. ZHU Yuling shuffles so quickly. It reminds me a little bit of Mima Ito. Very little steps. But the feet don't get spread too far apart at any moment. She's always in a good position.
5.
Ironically here, she spreads her feet quite a bit to get around and try and spin this one on with the forehand.
Six, 3.
So ZHU Yuling looking to turn things around again. They've only played once on the World Tour. It was in Sweden last month. Chen Xingtong 4-1. That was the result. Little break there, ZHU Yuling apologizing, but she's up 4 now. Train has not stopped yet. Passengers stay on board. ZHU Yuling is choo-chooing away. Again, the feeling, talked about ZHU Yuling's touch, but over the table, she's got such control. Chen Xingtong really hasn't been able to find the corners the way she was before, get the opening attacks with quality. You can have a lot of shots in your repertoire, but if you can't pull them out, your opponent doesn't give you the shot you want, and you can't find it. It's tough. Missing the contact. ZHU Yuling throwing her hands in the air with a little bit of awe factor as well. Still a long way to go, but it just shows you how dangerous Chen Xingtong can be. Funny, Chen Xingtong, I think, is the funniest player on the women's team, but ZHU Yuling's got quite a sense of humor as well. Oh, second bounce break off the top of the net. 6 game points for ZHU Yuling. I think she had 6 last game as well before a few points were scored from Chen Xingtong. Oh, surprise! 2 forehands to the backhand corner. One after another, quick to follow. 11-4. Whose nation? Domination. ZHU Yuling goes up 2-1, and we'll be back for game 4 right after this. Back for game number 4. ZHU Yuling has really turned things on. Game number 2, she won 11-6.
Chen to serve.
Last game 11-4. So she's already outperformed her only performance on the World Tour against Chen Xingtong.
One.
It's the type of pressure ZHU Yuling puts on you. You make 2 big shots deep to the backhand. You come in with some backhands as well. She's right there on top of the ball. I think most people who played the sport, even at lower levels, can understand the frustration of somebody who just isn't bothered by her most powerful shots. They just don't miss. Not often anyway, but here's one quickly right back for Chen Xingtong. Oh man, she backed off. It looked like she was gonna lob, and suddenly ZHU Yuling was right there at the back of the table, still keeping the ball in play. Look at this, 1 foot creeping back in. Tough to do though, and Chen Xingtong plays wisely.
Let 1-2.
Nice touch there, right off the bounce, heavy side and under. Probably looked like more side than it was. A lot of under on it. Ball comes back into the net.
Three, 2.
Oh, the backhand out wide. ZHU Yuling's decision-making ability, she's so fast. Again, this comes with experience though. Smart as these players are, you learn from experience that you can trust yourself to just go with it. You have an instinct, you go. I think that's sort of one of the key ingredients of progress in general, trying to improve in anything. Testing something, seeing that you can do it, and reminding yourself that you can time and time again. Not every time. Just enough to know that you can trust yourself.
3, 4.
Some extra spin there, Chen Xingtong with the ripping backhand. This abbreviated stroke, a little bit like a short rainbow, a semicircle with that backhand to recover quickly, as opposed to finishing way out in front.
For all. Four, 5.
Bit of expression here, disappointment. Chen Xingtong spinning on 1 foot, missing a few shots. Nice placement down the line. ZHU Yuling was already going that way. Chen Xingtong, it looked like for a moment, just sort of waited to see. Instead of playing it wide out. Watch one more time. Let's see the placement here. It's a little shallower on the table, but a foot inside the baseline. Rapid spin
5
there.
and 6.
Just brushing the ball ever so softly. It's a full stroke from Chen Xingtong.
6
Not
all.
this one. Heavy topspin kicking up into the chest height there. Forces Chen Xingtong to get the racket up to stay on top. Second towel break of the game, and they're tied up. Again, this one could go the distance. We don't say that for all matches, even though it's possible always. This one seems more likely anyway. Pretty evenly matched pair.
Seven, 6.
Not too often we're going to see Chen Xingtong winning in the touch game, pushing near the net. That's ZHU Yuling's capital right there.
7 all.
What can I do to pull ahead? It's probably not what she was saying to herself. Good read on the receive, but it wasn't enough. The big bending shot from ZHU Yuling comes out. After all this rally here, from the middle of the table, that's the one to practice. But of course, knowing where the opponent is, ZHU Yuling timing it just right, so Chen Xingtong was a little bit on the backhand side of the table for that. Right down the line,
7-9.
so smooth. 2-point lead for ZHU Yuling. Cracking backhand, both sides. Chen Xingtong on several occasions throughout this match has demonstrated just incredible power, so smooth. Although both players really hit some ridiculously fast shots. The speed of the Chinese Super League on the world stage. Warned to play, no stalling. Requested to play, I should say. Edge of the table for Chen Xingtong, ties it up.
9 all.
Third towel break. This game will be decided by 2 points. That's a tough one. Yep. Tough point again when ZHU Yuling is in control near the net. When she gets into the touch rally, rarely does she let up a quality first attack from her opponent. Game point for ZHU Yuling to get a 3-1 lead. She's got the serve to do it. Ooh, a swing and a miss from the back of the table. Deuce in game number 4. Advantage back to ZHU Yuling. That push once again. Where does this come from? 2 times in the match we've seen it. The last time ZHU Yuling ended up holding her back. Seems to be fine so far. This decision, a little bit off the edge of the table as well. But it's deep, it's side spin. It's an aggressive long push. Second deuce point. Reverse pendulum. Now game point to Chen Xingtong. Putting a bit of side spin on that second to last forehand loop. That carries ZHU Yuling out wider, gives her more to come back from to get centered on the table.
Wall fall.
Fourth towel break of the game. Checking under the table for a minute. Shaking out the arm. Fine balance between enough tension for the spring and 2 tenths to be tight and slowed. Keeping that blood flowing to avoid clotting or cramping. See players hopping around between points all the time. Such a quality backhand. Subtle spin here, light top and side on that reverse pendulum once again in near the body from Chen Xingtong.
All.
But it keeps going, the game goes on. Touch play again from ZHU Yuling. Seeing touch play in these high pressure moments really shows some boldness, confidence, maturity mentally.
Let 13 all. Let 13 all.
Maybe try a new place out here. Make sure not to clip the net. Oh, outright service point from the middle of the table. The reverse pendulum. That topspin, the contact is so subtle, very difficult to read. Game point once again for Chen Xingtong. Right down the middle, it will not come down. ZHU Yuling saves another one. This game will have at least 30 points played in it. Quite a long game. After all this effort, Chen Xingtong recovers a few going the wrong way. ZHU Yuling ends up on top. Mostly backhand here, and finally she gets a predictable one. The forehand side, a bit more of a stroke there. Full swing as she's in the air to finish it.
Play.
Stretching out the wrist on the table. Game point to ZHU Yuling. And there it is, one opportunity here. 16-14, a 3-1 lead for ZHU Yuling. Chen Xingtong on the chase. Down 1-3, we'll be back for game number 5 right after this. Back for game number 5, could be the last game of the match. ZHU Yuling looking to play
Fifth
Chen
game.
in the final.
Zhu to serve, level.
It would be a clash of the second generation in the Chinese national team. The two women carrying the world right now, world number 1 and world number 2, who will reverse roles. Oh, break off the top of the net. Actually, I can't be sure about ZHU Yuling being number 2 in the world by the new world ranking system. We can just be sure that Chen is already there come January.
One all.
Spectacular start to the point. ZHU Yuling drives it home. What a recovery! Ball comes down on the net. And then deep on the table, ZHU Yuling at the racket on the other side of the body. Let's see one more time. From the forehand, quickly sets up the backhand and still gets so much power to finish it. Long serve, set him up, knock him down, inside out forehand to finish. Placement here. Not a bad shot from ZHU Yuling. Not good enough to deter the mindset of someone who's determined to hit a ripping forehand. Not if it's Xingtong. Look at this placement. Tough to tell where she's going to go. She hides it. When you talk about the wrist in the game, having that flexible wrist can be to your advantage in times like this. Wrapping around the ball for a little bit of bend away on it.
Lat, 2-3.
A rip one more time. That forehand is so crisp and clean. Long push, exits the side of the table. Xingtong playing some risky balls here. The angles, tough to get it past ZHU Yuling. Said it once, say it again.
Lat, 4-2. For 3.
Inside out once
3-5.
again, picking her placement. Xingtong is making it quite unpredictable, but it's not just the finishing shot, it's the setup in the rally. Watch your serves. Be keeping an eye on those after these next 2 points. Quick flip, but she's burned back wide. Well anticipated. ZHU Yuling getting there quickly to create an even wider angle. Just pulls the ball back in, has the arm already moving out. Right near the edge of the table. Uncomfortable shot for Xingtong. So she used the serves wisely the last time she had them. Let's see what she does here. Right idea. Whenever you see that free hand come up, that means the player's fooled. Going the wrong way. Corner to corner. ZHU Yuling starts going the other way. The claw. See my claw.
Timeout.
The timeout here now for Xingtong. Again, it's just Xingtong in the corner. And all she has is time and experience. She slowly walks over. What is she going to do? kick serves. The receive game. Again, when ZHU Yuling gets into the touch points, when it's played softly, ZHU Yuling seems to have the advantage. The reverse pendulum from the middle of the table had worked well. Reverse pendulum in general had worked well. It's a bit difficult to read, I'd say, for ZHU Yuling. Now, some people ask, if you have a serve that's working, do you want to try and save it, not show it too much? My theory is if it's working, use it until it stops working. Sometimes even past that, just in case, to make sure it's not working. Could be a fluke, they return it once. We've seen it before when Timo played Dima and went to the backhand serve against Dima. What, game 6, it was working. Harimoto got a point with a similar backhand serve, 1 out of 2 though. Not enough to convince you to stay with it.
5-6.
So let's see. Second serve here, is it going to be reverse pendulum? It is not, but she gets the point. Straight underspin, getting into the rally. Sometimes from that racket position, the varying amounts of spin can be very confusing for the receiver. Get a loose ball when you serve it empty. Heavy spin makes it tough to play to the short side. Chen Xingtong goes for the risk. ZHU Yuling steps back in front.
Lat 7-6. Seven all.
Little break, Chen Xingtong. Some fortune apologizing. Reverse pendulum. Where is it? Although she was rewarded last time coming with underspin. Middle of the table. Shovel serve.
7-8.
Not enough in the rally, though, to take the point from the middle. ZHU Yuling's pretty steady at covering the middle. We've seen that, short strokes. And once again, the heavy topspin. Chen Xingtong has not been successful in her last 2 attempts to counter that back parallel to the backhand side of the table. Two points away from victory, 2 points away from the women's singles final. Make that one left to go, 3 match points to reverse what was done to her in Sweden just last month. Touch game, it's ZHU Yuling. She moves on. 4 games to 1 over Chen Xingtong. The business end, my goodness. For friends, you wouldn't know it right after the match. They're so intensely focused. The handshake is so brief. But understandable, as ZHU Yuling has worked so hard to get through this. Chen Xingtong started strong, taking the first game. In the next 4, not without a fight though. 16-14 in game number 4. ZHU Yuling moves on and will face her close friend and rival Chun Meng in the women's singles final. Stick around, we've got an interview for you, and following that will be Dmitry Ovcharov versus Lin Gaoyuan, a match I can't wait to see. Stay right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of the second semi-final, ZHU Yuling! Yuling, a very tough match against your country player. How was it for you? What were you thinking? What was the pressure in this match?
雨林这场比赛的话，你赢的也是非常的艰难，尤其是跟对自己的队友作战。你现在有什么想法想跟大家分享一下？
我觉得今天的比赛，我觉得今天晚上我很享受。我在场上的感觉，我觉得非常好。然后我觉得，我希望自己能够好好总结吧。
Actually, I enjoyed today's match very much, and I think I played very well today. And I will do the summary about myself.
Fantastic. And now a final against Chen. What are you thinking about that one?
在总决赛中你要和陈梦见面了，然后的话你有什么想法？
我觉得很开心能够跟他会师决赛，我相信会是一场很精彩的比赛。然后最近一次我们也是打得很激烈，所以我希望明天我们还能够打到第7局。
Yeah, I'm very happy to meet Chen Meng tomorrow, and I think it will be a very exciting match. And last time we had this match before, and it was very exciting. I believe tomorrow it will be a very good performance for both of us.
Fantastic. We look forward to watching that final tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, winner of the second semi-final in the World Tour Grand Finals from China, ZHU Yuling! Yes, why not? 2-2. Oh, nice. Perfect. 谢谢你 Yuling. Thank you, good, thank you.